Hi, I'm Dr. Sinchana. I'm one of the vascular surgery doctors in the NHS, and finally, great to be in the NHS. So, the topic for today is what I do as vascular surgery fellow. So, basically, I'm employed in the NHS as a clinical fellow in surgery. That's what my badge says. My hello badge says vascular surgery fellow. So there's a lot of confusion like what is it, and I think in some of the videos that I've covered, like maybe I'll be putting this out on YouTube first or that, I'm not sure, but I have covered about what exactly I do. So it was basically very confusing for me as well, like what am I supposed to do? Am I an FY? Am I a CD1? Okay, so let's dive deep into this, and we'll see what we do as a fellow in the NHS. So let's go. I have made like a list of things that I want to like discuss about. So these are the things that are very important. So basically, I have an 8 to 5 job. If I'm not doing on calls, most of the time I'm not doing on calls. I have to be in the vascular surgery ward. So we do have like two specific wards, actually three kind of two specific wards where our vascular patients are admitted. So basically how it goes is my registrar and the surgery on-call SHO sees the patient, admits them, and then gets to the ward. So we take care of the ward patients as when I do ward covers, that is 8 to 5. This is Monday to Friday. Friday we leave a bit early, we arrive a bit early. And yeah, so the day starts off by coming in and preparing the list. So the list is very important for consultants, for seniors, and for us as FYs or as SHOs. um, so the list basically contains all the patient information from like name, hospital number, the date of birth, their investigations, their history, their bloods, and what's the plan. Like every day we have like one plan. So then what is the plan for yesterday, what is the plan for today, we all update it on the list. It's a very like concise information, just to see how the patient is doing and stuff. We also update the news score. So what is important is that we come in, we see the bloods, update the bloods. If some scan is remaining to be done, so then you just call them just before the consultant comes to just say okay, we've done this. And we also see the news. So the news score is basically how they're doing vital wise. So this is like blood pressure, pulse, and stuff. So there is like a new scoring system. So if it's more than 3 or 4, it's a bit concerning for us, and we have to like keep close observation to that patient. So if there's some CT results that are not back or any Doppler scans that are not back, then we update it on the system. And our on-call registrar for the week comes in and asks us, okay, have you done this and that, and we give them the list. And this takes about half an hour, or it really depends on which consultant it is. So some might come a little bit earlier, some might come a little bit later, and we just know when the consultant comes in because we know all consultants now. And then we go for rounds. So in the rounds, we just someone holds the, we have something called the nerve center, which is our place where we prescribe, see news, and like what is the investigation done and stuff. So it's basically like a login which is either on computer. We can carry like a small phone with us during rounds. If they ask us about like okay, which antibiotic is on, which day is it, like how many days is left, and stuff like that, and we can prescribe there itself like while on the rounds. So we go on the rounds with the consultants, me, FIs, the registrar, and the consultants. We see all the patients, and then we make plans for them. And then the registrar either we all like either go for coffee. This is very rare, but we just make like one person during the rounds makes a list of all the jobs that are supposed to be done, and then we go about and just share the list of jobs, like this is taking care of this person, and like either it is patient wise or jobs wise. And this is where I feel like I'm a robot and I'm not really like a doctor doing anything much, because this feels very robotic to me. But yeah, this is how it is. So we're just supposed to do the job. So it's like either calling and asking for like the microbiology advice, or just asking for a referral, doing anesthetic reviews, prescribing and stuff like that. After we've done with the jobs, we can also go for like theaters. Usually our jobs gets done by lunch. If it's not like a heavy load of patients, it usually gets done by lunch. So then we can just go for theaters, elective or emergency, mostly elective theaters. And I think there are two theaters mostly going on, so at some points of time. One is usually elective theaters that we can go to, and the other emergency, it's like mostly like for surgical on call as choose to go to, but you can go there as well. So if there is some time remaining, then we do our audits or research paperwork and stuff like that, or we can just hang around and chill and just study or stuff like that. And then around like 4 o'clock, our boss, who's our registrar for the on-call registrar for the week, comes in and asks us, "Have you done this and stuff?" And this we go through the list again and see what jobs are done. And by the end of the day, we just update all the stuff we've done for the day and put it on the jobs list. So I believe what can improve is, I think we can just keep updating in the discharge summaries as well, but sometimes it gets a bit like hectic. So we just postpone that and we depend on the list. So the list is very important. So one more quirky thing about the ward rounds is basically there's one FY who is the FY of the week. So if there's an on-call registrar of the week, there's an FY of the week who carries the deck phone. So the deck phone is basically like for all the emergency contacts. So if they want to call about regarding like a patient, they can call on the phone and say, okay, this patient not doing well, or we need bloods for this patient, or we need a cannula for this patient. You can just attend the call and divide tasks among your like members of the team and stuff. And yeah, I think every week there's a new FI of the week. So even I am one of the persons in the FI of the week. So even I get to participate in this mini on-call sessions. On-calls as a surgical SHO. So basically when I do on-calls, it's not just vascular surgery. I cover general surgery, vascular surgery and urology. So I have to see patients from all three different specialities. TNO, ENT, there's a different surgical on-call as SHO, but for me as an on-call, this is what I do. If you're a senior clinical fellow, then you get to do only vascular surgery on-calls. And if you're an FY1, then you have either like twilight shifts or night shifts or day shifts, which are, it's kind of weird for them to be honest. But I think FY2 role is pretty much like okay when you know like things. And I think as an FI2, as a vascular surgery SHO, I feel like I am supposed to know a lot of things better than the FY ones. But initially I think it would be the best to learn from them rather than just say that I know everything and stuff, because truly honestly I didn't know a lot of things and they've helped me pick it up. So kudos to them. I have learned a lot of stuff in the NHS. So yeah, so that's my take on being a vascular surgery SHO. I hope you like this video, and you can like, share and subscribe. And I basically like love telling out my stories of being in the NHS. So this life in general, if you want to watch, then you can subscribe to my channel. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and you get to see me talking about lot of stuff. And I'll see you guys, I don't know when, but I'll see you guys the next time. So until then, I love you guys and I love my subscribers. Keep it going, and I think we're just gonna go up from here. Okay.